SLAPAFISH community, and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video, I'm going to be doing a tank review of the brand new premium tank that just came out today. It's going to be the Hwk 30, and I'm not going to try to say the name they named it. And this is the brand new premium tier 8 light tank that they just came out for Germany. So I'm going to be comparing it to the Hull or the M41D. I will not be compare it to the Tech Tree tank because 1, I don't have it. 2, that tank's terrible. And so yeah, you already know the Hwk 30 is better than the HWK 12 or 30, whatever it's called, because it's a terrible tank, in my opinion. But yeah, let's jump right into it. So the Hwk 30 is on the left, Bulldog's on the right. Hwk 30 has more horsepower at 800, more horsepower to ratio at 28.57, a little bit slower than the Bulldog, and its reverse speed of both tanks are the same exact at 24 kilometers, and the fire chance is better on the Hwk 30, which is really good. So yeah. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Hwk 30, which is on the left, and the Bulldog's on the right, and this is the gun. So the Hwk 30 gets a 90mm, and the Bulldog gets a 90/76mm. Whatever that means, I don't know, don't ask me. But anyway, reload time on the Hwk 30 is a lot worse than the Bulldog. It's at 7.4, aim time's worse. 2.1, but 2.1 aim time is actually pretty good. Accuracy is better on the Hwk at 0.36, and accuracy on the moving and while turning the tank. While moving the tank and rotating the turret, it's better on the 30. They both fire at the same distance at 720. The Hwk 30 has a max elevation of 18 degrees and gun depression at 10 degrees. Now we move on to the track. So Hwk is on the top, Bulldog is on the bottom. So I've been corrected in the comments section that lower the number, worse the terrain resistance is. Wait, higher the number, better the terrain resistance is. You won't. So on terrain resistance, you won't lower, which doesn't make sense to me, but anyway. So rotation speed is at 50 degrees on the Hwk and 54 degrees, and both of their terrain resistances is the same, so that's good. Alright, now we move on to the turret. The Hwk is on the top, Bulldog's on the bottom. So the view range on the Hwk is better at 410 meters, which is phenomenal. It's amazing. But the turret rotation is actually better on the Bulldog at 50 degrees than compared to the 42 degrees on the Hwk 30, that's what I meant. Which ain't bad, but it's not as good as the Bulldog's 50 degrees. Alright, I know this looks weird, but this is why I do it the other way. But anyway, I'm gonna try out this way. So the Hwk 30 is on the right, Bulldog's on the left. I tried to put them right beside each other. Where you see 58, 89, 100, and 100, don't worry about that because those numbers change because of equipment, crew, consumables, and stuff like that. So, Bulldog has better concealment at 0.28 and 0.28 on stationary and moving, which is only 0.01 better than the Hwk. The view range on the Hwk is better at 410. I already said that. And the signal range on both tanks is 745, which is about standard. Alright, the Hwk 30 is on the left and the Bulldog is on the right. So on the standard for the Hwk, the standard round is APCR, heat, and high explosive. And the standard round for the Bulldog is only AP. But the AP round, the APCR round on the Hwk actually has more penetration and more shell velocity because it's APCR. Heat rounds are phenomenal at 1,145 shell velocity, but the penetration and damage is the same. And the high explosive for both guns are really good, but the Bulldogs is a little bit better because of the higher shell velocity. Alright, so for the armor, there's nothing. There's absolutely nothing, especially in the Hwk 30. High explosive on the side or back is immediately penetratable on almost any gun in the game. So, yeah. And the highest armor that you actually get on both tanks is at the gun at 30mm thick. But on the Bulldog, you actually get a lower plate, which is actually stronger than the rest of your tank at 30mm thick, which is actually really nice. Not because it's 30mm thick, because your lower plate is actually stronger than the rest of your tank, which is weird, but it's also nice. But anyway, so yeah, that's enough comparing tanks. Now let's actually see how this tank actually performs on the battlefield. Alright, so we spawned on Aguila Hwk. I'm pretty sure we're top tier. No, we're not top tier. There's only a couple of tier 9s. So yeah, this match is going to show you the spawning capabilities, the mobility of the tank, and using the right spot will give you a huge advantage over your enemy. There's a tiger. I'm not spotted, but I kind of wanted to put that shot in. If I didn't fire, I would have kept spawning people. So, tiger. I was like, this video, in this game, going through my mind right now, I was like, hey, I want to try stuff. I want to try new things. So I've never been to this spot. And I found it actually is very useful. You can spot even closer and sometimes spot down over there where I'm looking. But I think I end up getting shot here. It's also a very open area, especially if the enemies push out right there over to A1 area and they start getting shots into you. There's an IKV-90B. Oh yeah, there is a thing to realize about this tank. This tank, even though it's fast, it's pretty big for a light tank. So even if you're going max speed, going 70 kilometers per hour, you are going to get shot pretty dang easily because you're big. And you have no armor to like pull off magical bounce. So I flanked around and tried to confuse the enemy where I was going. And now I'm not even spotted. So I want to make my way up here. I know there's a vanguard up here that was fighting my vanguard. I know he's up here. And while I'm climbing up this hill to go find him, my team are shooting the tanks and spotting. And there's the vanguard, and he's dead. There's Hole in Hell. The other tier 8 German light tank. And I don't think they're actually... I was looking at that light tank to see if he was coming for me, but no, he decided to go through the middle. Trying to go up here and spot some people. So I was like, ooh, I may actually have free reign over their artillery. There's a charioteer right there. He got spotted by me, and now he's getting shot by my allies. The Hole in Hell actually got taken out by artillery. And there is their artillery. I reload a high explosive to try to take them out in 2 shots instead of 3. And never mind, he's dead. There's Charioteer. I want to put a nice juicy high explosive round into him. The high explosives are really nice. And there he goes. He's dead. We're up to 2,500 assists. 2 kills, 531 damage. And we still got full HP. And it's almost 4 minutes into the match. There's another assist. This paddle actually is really good to show you what the spotting capabilities of this thing could be. But you'll see later where being so huge as a light tank is a bad thing. This video shows you that really nice. There's the VK3001D. Trying to shoot him with high explosive. Testing out these high explosive for the first time. And he's dead. Ran out of high explosive. Oh well. Still got standard and heat. There's a carbon armor aiming for his weak point, and he's dead. That's basically what you're gonna do. At the very beginning, you're gonna run around, spot people, and you're gonna try to survive. Try to keep your hit points after you've done that. While it's in the mid part of the battle, when everything's tense and everybody's spotted and everybody's fighting in these little quadrants, you need to stay back and start sniping. But when a break happens in the flank, you need to go in that break and to exploit the tanks. Find those tanks. They are by themselves and just out-maneuver them and just fire until they die. There's a T-29 actually tracked him and he shoots me. Really? Put another shot into his side. There you go. Tiger, Hydra, and Scorpion G. I have 544 hit points. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out here and just flank them. Try to get their attention. Hydra misses. And try to get away. Run away. And I'm dead. I'm actually pretty big. This tank is huge. It has almost the same profiling as the IS-6 Hydra. Which, that's a big tank. But you're faster, but it doesn't really matter. You're huge. You're a big tank. But yeah. Spotting. 3,304 damage. And dealt 1,650 damage. 5 kills. 10 penetrations. And goodbye, Mr. Hydra. So, that's a win. This is actually my third battle in the tank. And it worked really good. I went a match later after this and did the same exact thing on hills. What's the little map? Insk? No, it's a little map, rail yards, and stuff like that. Very little. I don't remember what it's called. It's a very little map, and it has rail yards. In the middle, on the right side, it's a little flanking area where lights and mediums can go, and the left side's heavy. I think the map starts with an E. Don't remember what it's called, but yeah, I did over 3,000 assists there too. Alright, so that's the end of the video, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also remember to SLAPAFISH because one was not, and peace out. See ya.